What if I told you that in just 7 days, you could completely transform the way you experience life? That the chaos in your mind could become stillness, that your reactions could become responses, and that your suffering could become strength. This isn't wishful thinking or motivational fantasy. This is the promise of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided emperors, slaves, and everyone in between for over 2,000 years. The Stoics understood something profound. True change doesn't require months or years of gradual improvement. It requires a fundamental shift in how you perceive and respond to the world around you. When you align your daily habits with Stoic principles, transformation happens not over time, but in time. Each moment becomes an opportunity to practice wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. What you're about to discover are 7 habits that, when practiced consistently for just 1 week, will rewire your mind and reshape your reality. The first transformation begins the moment you wake up. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the ancient world, started each day not with urgency or anxiety, but with stillness and reflection. Before the demands of ruling an empire crashed down upon him, he would spend time in quiet contemplation, preparing his mind for whatever the day might bring. This practice of morning stillness isn't about meditation in the traditional sense. It's about creating a sacred space between sleep and action, between the unconscious and the conscious, where you can remember who you are and what truly matters. When you wake up tomorrow, resist the urge to immediately check your phone or rush into your routine. Instead, sit in silence for just 10 minutes. Let your mind settle. Remind yourself that this day is a gift, that you have the power to choose your responses, and that every challenge is an opportunity to practice virtue. This simple habit will create a foundation of calm that no external storm can shake. The second habit flows naturally from the first, learning to receive insults and conflicts without emotional reaction. Epictetus, who lived as a slave before becoming one of history's greatest teachers, understood that our suffering comes not from what happens to us, but from our judgments about what happens to us. When someone speaks harshly to you, criticizes your work, or treats you unfairly, your instinct is to defend, attack, or withdraw. But the Stoic sees these moments differently. They are tests of character, opportunities to practice the discipline of perception. This week, when someone says something that would normally trigger anger or hurt, pause before responding. Ask yourself, is this person's opinion of me a reflection of reality, or a reflection of their own inner state? Can their words actually harm me, or only my ego? When you realize that insults are powerless unless you give them power, you become unshakable. You respond from wisdom rather than emotion, and paradoxically, you often earn more respect than if you had fought back. The third transformation comes through the ancient practice of journaling, but not the kind you might expect. This isn't about recording daily events or expressing feelings. This is about examining your thoughts, questioning your assumptions, and holding yourself accountable to your highest principles. Seneca, the wealthy advisor to emperors, would end each day by reviewing his actions, thoughts, and reactions. He would ask himself, where did I act according to virtue, and where did I fall short? What can I learn from today's challenges? How can I be better tomorrow? Spend 15 minutes each evening writing not about what happened to you, but about how you responded to what happened. Write about moments when you felt angry, frustrated, or afraid, and examine whether those emotions served you or enslaved you. This practice creates a dialogue between your current self and your ideal self, gradually closing the gap between who you are and who you want to become. The fourth habit requires courage, voluntarily embracing discomfort and discipline. The Stoics believed that comfort was the enemy of growth, that we become strong not by avoiding difficulty, but by choosing it. This doesn't mean seeking unnecessary hardship, but rather training yourself to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Take cold showers this week. When you feel the urge to check social media, sit with that urge without acting on it. When you want to complain about traffic or weather or other people's behavior, practice silence instead. When you crave that extra piece of cake or want to skip your workout, choose the harder path. These small acts of self-discipline aren't punishments. They're training. They teach you that you are stronger than your impulses, that you can choose discomfort over ease, discipline over indulgence. This habit builds what the Stoics call the discipline of desire, the ability to want what you have and to be content with what is necessary. The fifth habit is perhaps the most liberating, focusing only on what you can control. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and most of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are beyond our influence. You cannot control other people's actions, opinions, or decisions. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or the past. You cannot even fully control your own emotions or the thoughts that arise in your mind, but you can control your responses. You can control your effort. You can control your choices. This week, whenever you feel stressed, anxious, or frustrated, ask yourself, is this something I can control or something I cannot control? If you cannot control it, practice the radical acceptance that the Stoics called amor fati, love of fate. If you can control it, take action without attachment to the outcome. This single shift in focus will eliminate more suffering from your life than any external change ever could. The sixth transformation happens in the evening, through the practice of reflection and gratitude. Before Seneca went to sleep, he would review his day not with harsh judgment, but with honest assessment and genuine appreciation. He would acknowledge his mistakes without self-punishment and celebrate his victories without pride. But most importantly, he would find reasons to be grateful, not just for good things that happened, but for the opportunity to practice virtue, for the challenges that made him stronger, and for the simple fact of being alive. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, it's a discipline. It's the practice of seeing abundance where others see scarcity, opportunity where others see obstacles, and growth where others see setbacks. Each night this week, write down 3 things you're grateful for, but make at least one of them something difficult that taught you a lesson or made you stronger. The seventh habit is the discipline of silence and self-restraint. In our world of constant communication and endless opinion sharing, the Stoics understood the power of knowing when not to speak. This isn't about being passive or suppressing your voice when it matters. It's about speaking only when your words add value, when they serve truth, kindness, or necessity. This week, practice the art of listening more than you speak. When someone is telling you about their problems, resist the urge to immediately offer solutions or share your own similar experiences. When you disagree with someone, pause before arguing and ask yourself whether this disagreement is worth having, whether your words will actually change anything, or whether silence might be the wiser choice. When you feel the urge to gossip, complain, or criticize, choose silence instead. You'll be amazed at how much mental energy you save when you stop filling every moment with words. These 7 habits work together like instruments in an orchestra, each one supporting and amplifying the others. The morning stillness prepares you for the day's challenges. The practice of non-reaction teaches you that you are not at the mercy of other people's behavior. Journaling helps you learn from every experience. Voluntary discomfort builds your strength and resilience. Focusing on what you can control eliminates unnecessary suffering. Evening reflection and gratitude create a foundation of appreciation and wisdom. And the discipline of silence conserves your energy and preserves your peace. The beauty of these habits is that they don't require you to change your circumstances, your job, your relationships, or your environment. They only require you to change your relationship with these things. They don't ask you to become someone different. They ask you to become more fully yourself. The person you are beneath the anxiety, beneath the reactivity, beneath the constant need to control and fix and worry. The person who is naturally calm, naturally wise, naturally strong. Real transformation doesn't take years of therapy or months of meditation retreats or expensive courses and complicated systems. It takes the courage to live differently for 7 days. To wake up with intention instead of anxiety. To respond with wisdom instead of emotion. To choose discipline over comfort, acceptance over resistance, gratitude over complaint. The Stoics knew that we become what we repeatedly do, that excellence isn't an act but a habit, that our character is forged not in grand gestures, but in small daily choices. 1 week of living these principles won't just change your habits, it will change your identity. You'll discover that the person you've been searching for, The person you've been trying to become has been there all along, waiting patiently beneath the surface, ready to emerge the moment you decide to live with intention, wisdom, and courage.